Is that your go?
That's all I can do.
Okay, Syl is like clutching the blood in his thing and looks down. Fuck it. And then presses it. And then you recognise what comes through the portal as
God, it's weird Cairo.
The guy who was trying to deal with you.
I mean, I know who it actually is.
He wants you. Cool. You hear
31. You should be on.
Come on!
at the door.
20 now.
And then you hear Barristan go, harder! Harder!
Come on!
So,
Knock it down.
Like Gandalf!
Knock it down.
thanks to the acid, which was him taking another turn, and they pass the strength check. And Edmure and about 4 guards walk in.
Yes!
Cool.
That's 20, not unnatural 20.
Yep, that'll hit.
5 damage.
Is enough to kill.
Oh my god. Let's go.
Let's go!
Gonna stab
He's
it.
already summoned his bastards.
But before you do so, the green gem, he picks it out and chucks it over the room, and it smashes.
Okay.
But you don't know what it's done yet. But
Oh, didn't that have them?
Okay. And then
you describe the kill.
I'm just gonna shove it right through his neck.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, it's the butt attack.
Oh.
So I'm gonna hit him with the butt attack, go right through his neck. Then I'm gonna move it in the opposite direction and attack the thing.
Yep. Final thing, as you are clearing up the room, the king and the high mage emerge from
the archmage.
the area. Last time we were in the courtyard and you successfully vanquished all of the combatants inside. Valandril, Kingsil, and the large armor. The Demon King, who was there, he came through a portal, managed to disappear. He teleported away when things got hairy, but Valandril chose to stay and fight this time. You then looted him, but as you did, the King and the Archmage were walking in. I am going to change that a little bit, so they aren't just walking in at the moment, they are hurrying in. And
well, they kicked down the barrier, didn't they?
That was Barristan.
Right.
So he threw the gem, if you remember.
Yes.
The gem exploded,
Yes,
and
yes,
then
yes.
they came back in.
Let's go.
Cool.
Let's go.
So the Archmage and King walk into the large courtyard. As they do, the Archmage turns around and with telekinesis picks up the doors, puts them back on, and locks them with magical runes, and attaches their hinges.
Please no.
Then the Archmage looks at Fauntless and Vartuto and goes, "Please come with me. I need you. Vartuto, Fauntless, with me."
Never made
And
it.
then
What's another
the
power?
King goes, Hela and Ogbo. So, I need to speak with you. So, do you follow?
Yeah. Does he still say what he did last session?
What?
He came in and said something to me.
Oh, yeah, he goes, "Hello, Fauntless," but this time it's the Archmage saying it.
Okay, cool.
But just as you are about to do that, you hear a banging at the door. And
Just put back on.
the Archmage turns around and the King just nods and he unlocks the runes and the doors open and in walks a new combatant. If you can add your mini to the thing.
Challenger.
Flanked are you have. Let me get them in.
He immediately attacks.
You have Miranda, the bar lady. You have the old Baron.
We know her. Oh, we know him.
You have the 2 shopkeepers that
Baron
Ellis
has a
has,
mini.
I think.
This is it.
There's the librarian with a proper mini.
Oh, that's the one that
I
he had.
You have the bard, and then
He's one that plays Disney songs.
you have a small halfling woman you don't recognise, and then you of course recognise the greatest character from the episodes. What's up, my guys? It's Jeremiah. I'm back in the house. Do you want a drink? Do you want a drink? But yeah, so Jeremiah is back, and they trumple all over. Over to you. Welcome.
This was my
Introduce yourself
multiverse of
to the
madness.
group. So what have you? Just do your introduction, basically.
So just my introduction of who I am. So I am Reese and Valerian, or Reese for short. I am an elf who doesn't really know where he's from or anything. He was found wounded near a halfling village. And he's just trying to find his way in life, basically, and he came for the celebrations at the weekend.
That's cool. And what's he doing right now?
So at the moment, he is trying to make his way to find the guards or anyone else who can help, as demons have overrun the city, and he's trying to protect everyone.
Oh God!
From the bar where he was staying at the Hunter's Inn.
So you tell everyone this, and the Archmage goes, I thought as much. Quickly, Vartuto Fauntus, I need you now. And the king draws his sword and goes, Hela, Ogbo, Rysand, I need you, please, to stand in defensive positions, please. So,
need a bit of healing.
I assume you two go with him. So you go in two. So as you walk through,
We're looking forward to a fight with my whole one spell slot. So
My whole
So-
one hit point.
you three walk in. I don't have a map, but you three walk into, where is he? The largest alchemy lab you have ever seen in your life. It's filled with almost every ingredient that you know. I like that. And he goes, so, when I asked you to get the fungus, I assumed that you kept some on you.
Of course.
Can I have it, please?
Shakingly hand the fungus over. I was just admiring the room.
And then he goes, I know you all know what these ingredients are. Please find an asma feather, a vial of demon blood, and iridescent algae.
Oh,
Here
we go.
And then he goes, Fauntilus, may you please summon Borealis for me.
Why am I so excited?
I'm gonna give him a really, really weird look. I'm gonna do it, but
Cool, thanks. And he goes, you both, I have been in magical sleep. I had to possess another body to be able to talk to the five of you. And I asked you to receive this fungus because I was not capable of doing so. But I need to cast a stabilization ritual. Everything in this world has come together. Variants from other universes and other times have come into our time, and we need to get rid of them. But to do that, as you already have seen, when people have been turning to dust and disappearing, I will need to cast a ritual that will bring everyone together in this world at one point. And then it will be up to you to remove all of the variants who are scattered around Halvier.
I'm just summon that.
But this ritual is way too powerful for me to cast on my own, and Borealis, Fauntilus, I know you have a lot of power. I need you to lend me some of that. And how do you react?
I'm just kind of like a second to process all of this. I think particularly he's remembering what I saw when I got dusted, and obviously trying to piece together like that would make sense that I got sent to like some kind of variant reality. Yeah, I suppose he doesn't really have a choice, does he?
No, I mean you can say no.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
The world might be fucked.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna silently nod and agree. This is like not the time for the conversation to happen. Do you know what I mean? So
cool. And he says, what will happen is once it's stabilized, I don't know what will happen to me, but you should be able to continue as normal. But everything should hopefully be sorted in the sky. No more colliding rings. As this is going on, so how are you finding the ingredients?
I'm just looking around. I'm just trying to find everything. Also, just literally everything. Just like almost drooling a bit. Just like, oh my god, I have this.
Cool.
Just doing that.
And then as this has happened, the king draws his sword and looks to you three, and he notices you're wounded, and he goes, I'm sorry to ask this of you, adventurers, but when my dear friend cast the ritual, everyone in this room is going to come back to this present plane. So you're going to need to put them down as quickly as you did earlier on. So he gestures to Valandril's body, the huge hulking armor and sill, and he goes, hopefully you'll be able to take them out before they manage to get up.
Oh shit, they're going back to life.
So, and he gestures to Barrison to put like his sword on Valandril's neck, and then he says, I suggest you do the same. So what do you do?
I'm gonna go over and do that to Sil.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
it's a different
sit here with my trident above his head.
Cool. Ben?
I'll be stood with the rest of the guys. I think just keeping an eye on them, protecting them, just from a distance, putting myself.
He
in
does turn to
between
you and
them.
goes, "Please may you get all of the civilians to the other end of the courtroom, because if the demons come in, it's going to be a bloodbath."
Yeah.
So,
Everyone onto the other side.
there we go. Lovely. They're
So
all like
many
screaming, going, "Oh my god, we're gonna die!"
King man.
Is the crack in the floor still there?
So you go around that.
That guy's dead.
He's dead. Sorry.
But we need to kill him. Bring his corpse over.
Yeah, someone drag his corpse across the
Cool.
room.
So you're all over there. Lovely.
Reese can deal with.
I think Edmure's by him, isn't he? There's also something-
Edmure was by the door, so yeah,
Yeah,
he'll
he's
drag
by
Valandrel and
Yeah.
keep him there. Cool. So then, have you found the? Make an investigation check, please,
Okay.
to see how
I've
quickly you
got good
find it.
investigation. Alright. Well, it's not good. That's like a 7.
Okay, so you're distracted, but you do you know what they all are, but it takes you a little while longer. So the others are kind of just waiting at the door. Do you have any questions, Ellis?
Not any questions. More just interested in seeing how it's going to go.
Okay, cool. So once you found them, you three return to the throne room, and he goes, "The jars that you collected, please may you put them lined up on the floor. Jars of dust."
Oh, you mean my bags?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll take my bags out of my thing, lay them on the ground, just in a line, as he said.
Cool. And then he steps into the center of the room. Cool. So he then, a blue light comes in his hands and he casts, and a portal appears here.
Did you sense that?
Did you sense it? Did you go, "Portal"?
How do you
Whoa,
sense
guys!
portals?
Feel
I
something
think
in
it's
this
an active-
room.
I think it's an active thing.
Yeah. So he'll probably sense it as it's
Do you
being
smell
cast.
it? Do you feel it?
We're staring at
It's
it like,
like-
guys,
it's like-
there's
It's
something
like a
going on.
tingle.
Yeah, it's like
Like a
a
spidey
little
sense.
spidey sense. You're like,
Yeah.
portal.
Peter tingle.
What do you say?
Peter Tingle. Disney.
So, and then he goes, "Once the spell is cast, I will need everyone to go through the portal, as I do not know how long we have before the throne room is overrun." And the king just looks and goes, "I will go down with the throne. It's fine. Barristan," and he takes off the
Fine.
crown and gives it to him. "I announce you as king." And Barristan goes, "No, I'm staying as well."
I'll be king.
He's like, "No, you have other more pressing matters." And then you just hear an absolute blood-curdling scream coming from behind the door, and the door starts going and you hear and then like
Nice
people are
to
trying to jab swords through and stuff like that.
I'm gonna cast a spell on the king,
Hmm?
Shield of Faith, and give him +2 AC.
Nice. Okay, cool. So he draws his swords and stands ready and goes,
Right,
It's about time you do this, my friend."
yeah. Just like a bit of flavour.
And then he yeah, that's cool.
Just because this is a racial spell,
nice.
so my arm's gonna kind of like glow red, and a bunch of his like kind of skin is gonna like harden with like red scales, kind of like his blood's getting thicker, like under and over his armor and stuff.
Cool. And then as you do so, he's going to say, "Thank you, my friend," and pass you a list. And he goes, "Once you're out the keep, read it, and they are your targets. Find them and deal with them as you know how."
Do be bounty hunting, boys.
Boys.
And then the Archmage turns to who does this, and then he comes over and gives you and so Ogbo informs us a scroll,
Someone gave me something.
and he goes,
Dungeons and Dragons, no way home.
This is a banishment spell. You need to cast it before the variant dies, and then they will be fully removed from this world. You'll know so because
Before they die.
Hmm?
Before they die.
before they die, because if they die afterwards, they will just come back from the dust. It draws on the power of nature and the nature in this world. And as
Yes!
and that's in character, so he's like, "I thought you'd be happy about that."
I love you, king. You're a good king.
So cool. And then he stands in the center of the room, and his eyes, a thin blue line emerges from his hands and in the center of his thing, and he clasps it together, causing a large ball of blue energy. and it starts radiating through him, causing him to go, "Ugh! Ugh!" And his eyes turn blue, and like his head raises to the sky. He then stretches his arms out, and a blue energy flies out of his hands, so like a energy beam, and it starts to form a large circle in the sky that is spinning.
Ooh.
And then similar to the shakes that you guys all felt when you were waiting for the when you felt the sky collide begins to start up again. The demons are like, what?
Sounds good.
And then he asks, so he goes, please, Fauntulus, Borealis, stand to my side. So, do you do it? Cool. So, Fauntulus and Borealis stand in the points. Borealis is like, he is drawing on all of his old power. And you also feel this blinding pain go through you as the energy starts sucking out of you. It's like consuming your own magical force. And your arm glows blue. Only you would know why that would be, but cool.
Blue?
Yeah, so that's just like the circular energy.
Oh,
so
okay,
that's
yeah,
where
yeah,
the energy's being drawn up. As this happens, the room around the rest of you seems to spin, and you see, just like the king predicted, the bodies of the armor, Valandril, and Syl, their eyes turn purple, and they begin to wake up. This is
I'm
an
gonna press
initiative.
that.
I'll let you do this how flavor you want, but how do you keep them down?
I'm gonna put my hooves on his chest and just try and carve his head with my halberd.
Nice.
I'm gonna stand on his shoulder and bring my trident down so the prongs are on either side of his, like middle prongs through his neck and the other two on either side,
Nice,
just like pinning
nice.
him to the floor.
Is the armor hollow?
Yeah. The
Yeah, no,
inside.
it's not gonna stab.
So
him,
I'm gonna fill up like the armor with like water, and then just like shake water and try like freeze it from the inside and like brittle all the metal.
Oh, cool. How do you react to it, Rysand? So you're seeing these things that you haven't seen yet just start to come back to life.
I'm just starting to kind of keep an eye on the room and like watching what's going on, but also keeping an eye on the demons to make sure no one's going to try and fly
Okay,
through
cool.
after the civilians that I'm protecting.
Are you like drawing your bow?
Yeah,
readying
and
it?
just stood there, just waiting,
Cool.
keeping an eye on both things that are happening.
Yeah, Vartuto, what are you doing?
Still staring at the fucking...
How can we...
Yeah, he hasn't left the alchemy.
I'm just sort of watching, because I'm quite close to Valandril as I put down the ashes as well, and I'm quite close to all the ashes. I'm just sort of watching this whole thing. Also keeping an eye on the ashes to see if anything's happening. There's a warning about that.
Yeah, nothing's happened yet, but the room is still shaking and spinning, so you feel like something might be. Cool. So the Archmage now is struggling, and he releases you from the energized pool. You feel significantly weaker, but not in too much pain. And Borealis disappears. He just puffs off. He's like, fuck that. But he just goes, go! Like that. And the civilians start to head through the portal as instructed. So they all go. And they all die. No. Cool. Apart from Edmure. Edmure refused at the moment. And then as the last civilian leaves, his arms start to dissipate into blue dust and join the energy sphere. He's still yelling in pain. And as this happens, the jars do begin to shake. And out of the jars, they start to shake and very furiously, and then 3 bodies pop out. You have, where are they? You have Corin puffs out and goes, oh god, why here again?
Hexley.
And then Hexley, who is for some
Cairo?
reason not here. And then Cairo. Let me get
I've got them
them.
on labels, so you know.
Oh, that is Hexley. Isn't it? Hexley goes,
That's Hexley.
I'm back. And then Corin lands, does a superhero landing and punches the floor. And
Out of the
then
jar.
where is?
Just jumps
Tries
out
to,
the top.
tries to look as cool as he possibly can after he's
Why
got
was
out
I
of
in
the
a
jar.
jar,
Set up a
guys?
therapy group for all the ones that were snapped. That includes me. We've seen some things.
It's 5 years.
And then Cairo also pops out and goes straight over to Hela, but he's not too dazed because he knows where he is. Cool. And Hexley's eyes do not change. He just looks really confused. But Corin's eyes instantly start to. His veins turn purple, and then his eyes turn purple. And Hexley does see Corin and goes, "No, you don't." and nothing happens. It just goes.
Did he shoot himself this time?
No, he
that's a
doesn't.
different guy.
So, Corin, he feels for his sword but doesn't have it.
Someone kill him with his own sword.
But he does draw his pistol and just roll initiative.
Already, bro.
Yeah.
We're not.
Do we want to?
Are we?
We're gonna have
You
to
have a
cast a
+4
spell,
by the way,
aren't
so
we?
roll
What
a
hell?
Kill him.
Yeah, but it won't take a spell slot.
Because it's a scroll.
I don't have.
what?
I don't
And then add
have
4.
spells.
I
on it,
actually
so-
know.
Yeah, so it's just for flavor class.
You doing that 20? We just got his first nat 20.
Second nat 20.
Second nat
Yeah.
Wait, so you rolled twice and you've
Yeah.
got 2 nat
And he has a
20s.
+4 to initiative, so he has a 24.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Okay.
that's not good.
Oh dear.
So, where
I got
is
10.
my
12.
That's
And I rolled with
good
advantage
point.
as well. That's shit.
Okay. Can someone open a document?
Or like a Word document.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
write down
Initiative.
initiative. Because I
Yeah.
forgot to do that
Yeah.
thing, which will probably be better to. Right, so it's just
Of course.
Corin. The Archmage isn't fighting, the King is.
Is it just Corin so far?
The King is going to turn around and ready himself.
Alex, what's your initiative? 12. What was yours initiative?
10.
10.
And
And what's the other one? Oh, sorry, Nathan's is
Mine, I got 4.
4, and Tom's yours is 10, right?
Yeah.
Corin got 8.
Okay, so
The King got an unnatural 20. And Harrison got 17.
okay,
I've
put this in
never rolled
order.
What the hell? What is this? Oh wait, it's initiative. He's gonna just miss all of his arrow shots anyway, isn't he? Literally gonna be point blank range next to like Valandril, and he's literally gonna shoot at him. He's gonna miss.
That's disadvantage.
He's also prone, yeah. I mean, I feel like you wouldn't have disadvantage if you're literally like right above them.
Oh yeah, and I've got to say, Barristan does kill Valandril, so his eyes wake up and he
straight
just
away.
shoves his sword straight down the neck and just pushes down.
Valandra's got it tough. I can't lie.
And purple blood just
Kinda gets
seeps
bodied.
out of his thing, but he doesn't get up. Oh, and for flavour wise, just before the halfling leaves, she turns to Rysan and goes, she like touches his cheek and goes, "Be safe," and then jumps through the portal.
Cute.
Aww.
Cool, little halfling. How adorable.
I also
Why
need
you
to
got a
roll.
brand new combine?
Can use my comp.
So that's
Can use my
14.
character voice more. Posh English.
Posh English. And then Cairo got
Mine's gonna be
14.
more summer.
Wait, this is
Okay.
good fighting, right?
He's gonna
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nature.
Must be talking like this.
By the way, Corin already looks like out of breath, and he's still got a lot of the wounds from what you guys did to him.
Nice.
So.
High five.
Cool. Okay, so who's first?
Ben with a 24.
Ben. What's your first action? What are you doing? So this is the dude you're fighting. You are here,
That's one.
Yeah.
so you're quite close, but you're not in melee range, so you don't.
I'm thinking first thing I'm gonna do is move myself kind of backwards towards the portal so that I'm in between the guys that were fighting in the portal so
Okay,
that
cool.
no one can escape.
So how? So just there.
Yeah.
So that used 20 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm then going to try and use Entangle
Nice.
to try and
Do you have any spell slots left?
yes, because I used half of them.
Yeah,
didn't
that's
I?
right. Yeah. Cool.
So I've still got 2 level 1s and
Yeah.
a level 2.
Nice. Yeah.
Right.
So cast Entangle. So what does that require?
So just the tangle is an AoE.
Yeah.
And so that means that the people that are next to him,
Gonna get entangled.
which are your allies, is also going to get entangled.
Do you still want to cast it? You haven't cast it yet.
No, I'll leave that actually. I'll just try and take a shot for
Yeah,
it.
I mean, you have other spells you can use if you want, like Zephyr Strike and stuff will still do damage. If you want.
I haven't got that one. I've had Zephyr Strike.
Yeah, you have.
So-
Yeah, we just don't have the card.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
I have it. I have the spell on here as well. If you want.
All right, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah,
So it's a bonus action cast.
Nice.
And basically it's going to make you really, really quick and make you do more damage, but you just got how it looks. So
Yeah, yeah.
So what happens when you cast
Yeah.
Zephyr Strike?
So I kind of throw my get my bow ready, but rather than get the first arrow, just before I get the arrow, I kind of click my fingers and like dark magic starts like
Nice.
going around my arm, and then I go grab the arrow
Yep.
and it's facing it.
Cool.
Can't remember his name.
Corin. Yeah.
Corin.
Cool.
So you want to roll to attack 1d10.
Cool.
Yeah.
Plus 9.
7.
Plus
Plus
9
9
was 16.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah. Okay, so roll 1d8 plus 4,
So 7.
7, and then you also need to roll the Zephyr Strike damage, which is 1d8 again,
3.
3, and then you can attack again if you want.
Yeah, and I'll
So you can attack twice.
Yeah.
So roll another d20.
so
Plus 9.
So then you fire this arrow, and how much damage does it do?
First one was 10.
10.
10.
Cool. So it does
On
10
first
damage.
one.
It like pierces him. He like looks at you in shock, and then you.
Just as he's looking back up, the second arrow's
On its way.
on its way.
Yep.
And
What
I
did you roll?
4.
Plus how much? 9.
9,
No,
so
that won't
13. So it just kind of skims
Yeah.
past his head.
Yep. Cool. So he's like, whew! He dodges it just as it misses and hits the wall, and like cries, and like dark energy just falls off the arrow. And he's like, what magic is that? And cool. So whose turn is it next?
It is the king with a 20.
Cool. The king hears the bang on the door, and he shouts over. He shouts to you, Hela, because you're like the lead combat, and he goes, "You got this."
Yep.
He goes, "Okay," and he just draws his sword and like stands in pose, ready for it if anything breaks through the door.
What a waste of a fucking turn.
I know.
But he's readied. He's ready.
He's looking cool.
He's looking cool. He's looking like
He does look.
he's
Wow,
looking like he's ready.
didn't
His cape's flowing in the wind, even though there's no
Yeah.
wind in this room.
And you feel the wind in your hair as well.
Oh yeah.
In fact,
Yeah.
there's hot air rising up, but somehow it's flowing dramatically backwards,
Yes.
not just upwards.
Cool. And next,
Bartuto with a 17.
Bartuto.
It is I. I'm right next to Corin, aren't I?
You are.
Smack it, bitch like that.
I don't.
Maybe it's not Bartuto. I put it's BAR, whoever that is. Another Bar.
Barristan?
Barristan, sorry, it's Barristan with a 17. That's
Cool.
my bad.
Yeah. So he
My
is.
Because I have your
right
actual name of your character down, so that makes
So
sense.
he
There you go.
he does hit. So he pulls out his sword and goes, "My turn," and just
Bro announces his attack.
Yeah.
I love it.
so
Man, he doesn't hit attacks ever. This is the first time he's ever hit an attack. That's why.
and he gets an
That
8.
bad.
Things are looking up, so that's plus 3, so that's 11 damage. So he just goes
Sheesh.
like that, and he goes, and he instantly looks. You guys are doing well,
Getting wrecked.
This
but
one
he's
must be
instantly
near
looking
fucking
pretty wounded. So
Am I in range of him? Am I close
Yeah,
to him?
you are.
whose turn is
Cairo.
it? But he is looking wounded, so
We need to banish.
Cairo. Cairo looks like he's about to move over, so he tries to weave his way through, and he gets to there, and he goes, "Alright, it's time to die."
So dramatic, Cairo.
And he does hit. Okay, cool. That's gonna hurt, but he's not raging, so it's fine. So
He's not raging. It's fine.
Angry, yes.
oh, that is the wrong dice. I nearly just did 40 damage then.
No idea how many keys.
And he rolled an 8 as well. Jesus, I'm rolling well today.
Yeah.
So he just gets his hammer straight across the head. You know what? Because of that. He saves it. Cool. I was going to see if that knocked him prone, but he doesn't die. But
Take
he
one
is
more.
on his last thing.
Because
Cool,
it'll take
who's the
level
next
5,
turn?
I don't think. Alex.
Alex.
Are we not level 5 yet?
Oh, we're not level 5 yet.
Yeah.
are we? Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, I won't use any level
Yeah.
5 this then.
Are we not supposed to banish him?
Cleric's turn.
Yeah.
We need to do it before he dies, right?
We used that.
Yeah, I'll let you cast that as a bonus action.
Nice.
So cool. So you pull out this scroll, and as it almost attunes to you as you read it, and just green, and you this time you do feel wind just wrapping around you from
My
the scroll,
hair, through my hair.
and you read. You seem to be able to read it, even though it's in a language you don't recognise.
Interesting. It's
Um,
in nature language. That's
It's
why.
in nature language. So
I
as you
speak
read
the
it,
language.
you feel like a swirl of wind just wrap around Corin. He's looking all confusing. What's going on? What is this?
Fuck off.
And that is how you read it. So that's how every time you do it now you have to say, and the trees say, fuck off! Cool, and then it's cast, and then what do you want to do with your main turn?
I'm gonna cast Sunbolt
Mm-hmm.
and
I'm
then.
gonna hit the guy in front of you.
Am I? How? Like, I've got a straight line of sight.
He is still like, so
Is
he's
he still
not
frozen?
Yeah,
He's not
he can't do anything.
He's not in my way though, is he?
No. I was just asking if you're gonna.
Oh no, I'm aiming at the bad guy.
I don't understand. Cool.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cast Sunbolt and that's gonna key point to cast 2 more Sunbolts.
Okay. Well, you may as well see if you kill him with 1.
That's a good point. 18.
Yep, that hits.
No.
How much damage?
5.
No. No, I'll let you have it. He's on 6. So.
Oh, okay.
So how does this fight? So you cast a banishment, and then how do you finish him off?
I just say the tree say fuck off. Just throw this scroll on the floor, just like glowing green, like it's like kind of light green hand. And just throw this fucking bolt of energy that just smacks him in the head. He just knocks on the ground, and because he's on 6, I hit him for 5. He's just gonna sort of like hit the floor and go, try to get up, and then just go, oh.
And then once he lays to rest for the final time, his body this time turns into blue dust and flows into the circle.
Nice. Cool if he just disintegrated on impact.
Cool. So that is that done. And cool. So as this happens, the door banging, even because he is so focused on the circle, the runes are now starting to fall to the floor and just disappear, and you just hear and it's starting to break. And as you look at the Archmage, now his legs and arms are all just gone. He's basically just a body and a head, but that is starting to go. So he goes, I can't hold it. Go now! And then his entire body is just consumed. So he goes, Barristan, you need to go. Someone needs to lead the kingdom, and I'm staying to go down with the court. And he goes, Barristan draws his sword and goes, no way, I'm not going. As this happens, Hexy dives through the portal. He just dips. He's like, no way, I see what's going on, but I'm not sticking around
His
for
foot's
this.
still in bandages.
Can we try and pick up Barristan and then...
Yeah, make a. I was gonna say it's up to you what you do. Make a strength saving throw. Or check, sorry.
That's not very good. Check.
Check, yeah.
Only 6.
6. Okay, so you try and pick it up, but he's like fighting and wrestling around it. But the king goes, please, someone take him with you. Someone convince him. Otherwise, this kingdom is truly doomed. So is anyone else going to try something, or what are you doing? But the door is starting to get loud, so you do not have a window. So what does everyone do?
I mean, do we not still have to banish Philandro?
No, you don't have to banish them. They weren't variants. They just rose.
So are we trying to get Barristan to go through the portal?
It's up to you.
Seems like a good idea.
Can we not?
And there's no
Just
key.
Barristan to come with us.
Can I grab him then?
I have a way of doing this. Isn't really nice.
What?
Are we in initiative? We're just letting us kind of.
I'm letting you do what you want.
Yeah. Okay. Can you make him do a wisdom saving throw?
What are you gonna do?
No,
You're gonna like control his mind,
It won't
isn't
hurt
it?
him. It won't hurt him.
4, so he fails.
Yeah, he fails. He's paralysed.
And then now we can throw him.
Yeah, someone else can try
And
to
then
pick
you're
him
just gonna leave him.
up. No, yeah, someone else can then try to
I'll pick him up and run for the ball.
Cool. So he like feels himself frozen, and the king just turns around and he looks at you and goes, "I like it."
So yeah, I'm gonna kind of like snap my finger, and you see like kind of like cold come up, and his like blood is basically frozen.
Oh,
It's
our friend.
As you do this, the doors fly off, and the king needs to make a dex save. No one else is remotely near it. He fails, so he is knocked prone.
Oh shit, he's so dead. It's like they've seen him.
But so Cairo dies
Red
through.
wedding all over again.
Cool. So Barristan is with Hela. So now what do? The king goes, "Go! I'll hold them," and like slices the head off a demon, but before getting back up. But he does look out of breath. Cool.
I'm gonna fucking dip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Osbo's gone. Ben, what are you doing?
I think it's about time I left.
I'm gonna turn to go through the port, but just before I go through, I hear some voices behind me coming from the way of the demons.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of look over my shoulder and then kind of shake it off and just dive through the portal.
Cool. So you dive through the portal. Nice. Hela?
I'm just going to make sure everyone else goes through.
Okay. Bartuto?
I slowly walk towards the portal, realisation that alchemy lab will soon be no more. I sadly walk through.
Just collapses.
I'm surprised you didn't take anything from the alchemy lab.
I didn't think I had time.
Yeah, you didn't really.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through.
Cool.
I'll follow after him.
I'm gonna give like the king like a nod. Leave my spell on him.
Yeah.
If it will still even work, if I'm gonna never do the thing, but
Cool. So you go through the portal,
Where
and
we're going.
what happens to the king is you do not know. But cool, you are out the throne room.
20th level fighter and he just bodies all the fucking.
And you
demons.
emerge. So, well, that's the first episode in the new chapter of D&D done. Thank you to my players, Ben, Ellis, Alex, Tom, and Nathan. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did DMing. And from here on, the team is going to be setting up a new town, going through the portal. It's going to be really cool. So I hope you stick around and see what happens. If you did enjoy this episode, though, please make sure you like it, subscribe, and share with your friends, especially if they like D&D. And if not, get them into D&D. It's great. And I will see you on the next episode. Thank you, and goodbye.